Well, this is it, fam. Number 5. Well, welcome, YouTube. My name is Bowtied Media, and today we're going over the 5th single, the 5th song from who knows what this is. I don't know, maybe he's announcing this as actually being an album after. Maybe it's just a 5-song EP. We're not 100% sure. I'm assuming it's an album. He hasn't stated anything publicly yet that it is or isn't an album EP or whatever. But I'm going off the assumption it's an album. Hopefully, that's what we've been waiting for a long time. The next news might be really important. But here we are. We had Violence. It was a great single to start it off. Truth in the Dark was fantastic. Burn showed a little softer side of Tristam, and Ruthless was my absolute favorite. And here we are, number 5, Over the Edge. It is my 5th Tristam Reacts, and, let's just jump into it. I'll talk about more after. Let's go right now.
I was thrown into a role that I didn't ask for. Dad was absent, so it was me and him. And instead of me protecting him, I kind of isolated myself, and he didn't understand.
Okay, this is a very different start. It's more narrative than kind of a music video.
I could give it all if you take me to when I was a kid in the backseat.
Ooh.
Driven down a road in the country.
Little echo voice.
Could take a ride in the front seat. Never knew the time would escape me. I could give it all just to break free. I want to know if I could find the door.
Nice fat bass line.
Then I could grow outside of the walls that contain me. That's why right now I gotta go. Driving so fast, yet I'm moving so slow. Too late, I'm getting on. Cliffside's coming, I'll be driving over the edge. I wanna be somebody.
The cinematography is still so good for all these videos.
When I grow, when I'm free, when the scars have found my body, prove that I'm me. In my withdrawal, when I'm weak at my knees. If I don't know, probably I'll be fine. You hear it all the time.
Okay. I like that it's more different than anything else, really.
What I find is there's pieces of him that I'm not remembering. I don't like that.
This is a very interesting music video.
I wish I could see him again.
Think of what you took for granted. Think of what you got that you wanted. 'Cause when it goes and you can't replace it, you know it's precious, not to waste to be grateful. You gotta be grateful. That's why right now I gotta go. Driving so fast, yet I'm moving so slow. Too late, I'm getting old. Cliffside's coming, I'll be driving over the edge. I wanna be somebody. I wanna hold someone. I grow, I'm free. When the scars have found my body, prove that I'm me. And I withdraw when I'm weak at my knees. If I don't know, probably I'll be fine. You hear it all the time. How life's been moving fast, that it's just passing by, running reds and beaming bright. Time don't give a damn if we're broken, fading white. I never knew that life could move so fast. That's why right now I gotta go. Driving so fast, yet I'm moving so slow. Too late, I'm getting on. Cliffside's coming, I'll be driving over the edge. I wanna hold someone. I wanna be somebody.
I've experienced a lot of grief. But I know that he'd want me to find joy again.
Wow. Okay. Huh. Well, that thing really, it hits harder than any other song does, I think, in terms of, well, both its bass line and where it's trying to go narratively. Dang. That was kind of crazy. Okay. So first initial thoughts. I don't love it as much as Ruthless, Violence, or Children in the Dark. I just like his more kind of upbeat stuff, and that is nothing wrong or nothing bad against his more emotionally heavy things like this, emotional heavy tracks. But to me, some artists I love more of the upbeat, some I love more of the down, and Tristam I really love some of the upbeat, just like kind of just like it's not. Because like I loved Ruthless, but the content wasn't super upbeat and uplifting, but it was just the tonality of the song and where it was going, and the tonality of this one wasn't quite the same as that, and that's not a bad thing. I do really enjoy the song. I gotta keep reminding people that I really do love these songs. So far these are all incredible. I think it still beats out Burn right now. Actually, maybe Burn beats out this one. It's hard to tell. It's either 4 or 5 for me here. This one's not quite as that top tier Tristam for me right now, but that is totally okay. I love the song. It was a lot of fun to listen to. I feel like I need to go back and listen to the the actual version of the song, not just the music video version, because I'm assuming that speaking parts are not actually in the song. That would be probably a safe assumption to make. So I do need to go back and listen to that in a little bit. But yeah, actually, no, I'm going to go do that right now, and then I'll come back with some, I guess, final thoughts. Okay, so funny enough, right after this video was released, I'm actually like a little half an hour late, I would say, from the actual release time of this, to when I started recording this video. It's not actually on, I think, streaming platforms right now. That's not normally what happens. It's normally like right after, even though he releases it a little bit earlier, because most often stuff comes out at Thursday at 9 p.m. for me. Or 12 a.m. midnight Eastern, so 9 p.m. Pacific. But normally stuff just comes out right before or right after the song is released, so I'm not sure why that's the case, but nevertheless. More about the song. I really like the beginning part where he kind of add that echo voice, and I mentioned it a little bit when I first heard it. It kind of brought me back to the old school kind of Tristam like vocoder stuff that he would, not quite a vocoder, but just what he would do to his vocals, the effects on just something right before a drop or like kind of an outro or intro to a track. And that like gave me some awesome flashbacks to those moments. I love the bass line on this track. It is absolutely hard. It goes nuts. I think my headphones are actually a little bass boosted. Actually, I know they're bass boosted headphones. They have some of that, but so it might just be that. But it is just cranks in my head, and I love it. I'm someone that really likes to feel the bass a lot. Not too overbearing or definitely not blown out, but just feel it. It might just be the video, might be my headphones, whatever. This one feels the least well mixed to me, actually. It feels like the vocals are not as strong and crisp as they are in other tracks, like A Children of the Dark or Ruthless is. So I don't know if that's just a way that the video is on YouTube or whatever. My guess it's probably a YouTube thing. I know YouTube's known for not having the best processing and or sound clarity, especially when a song or a video is, I guess, just first released. But yeah, that would be my slight little, I wouldn't call it a gripe, but my little concern I have with the song. I don't think it's mixed as perfectly as I think it could be, or as well as I believe his other tracks are. But let me give it a final listen. I didn't actually give it another listen before. I just listened through like 30 seconds trying to find another one. Let me get a final listen and I'll come back with some final thoughts. Okay, yeah, so the first part of the song is my favorite by far. the first like intro into the first chorus or first verse, first chorus. I really, really liked it. I really want to listen to a non-music video version just to hear how the pacing of it goes, because obviously the middle and last sections all are different than what the actual song will be. So I want to listen to it, but I won't be able to for this video. But I love the intro section, and it just the song felt like it kind of just like died a little bit too much for me at the end. It felt a little too repetitive. I think this is the most harsh I'm being on a song, and maybe that's because we're entered the fifth one now. Yeah, I think I definitely don't like this the one. I would probably say it's my least favorite of all of the singles. But that being said, I would probably give it like an 8 out of 10 in terms of if it were to have an individual score. But yeah, I do really enjoy it. I have a few things with it. It doesn't feel as let me explain it this way. I think Tristam, the main reason he went for a really actual like storytelling for this video, which is brilliant, by the way. Again, let me really quickly say, from what I gathered, I'm pretty sure the video is about two brothers and an abusive father at one point. And the older brother felt responsible for the younger brother because his dad was absent, or their dad was absent and abusive or whatever. And he felt like he didn't do a good job of caring for him. He was supposed to be the father figure, but didn't do it very well. Then the son, the younger one, went missing or whatever. And so a lot of the memories we're seeing is after he goes out on the ice is memories that he's just imagining. So he's imagining them kind of growing older and then getting a lot older together. And he just, yeah, it's his kind of dealing with the grief and pain of that. He's over the edge in terms of he's kind of faced a tipping point. So I think that the story and song is beautifully told that way. I just think it's more, this video, I think, goes with the song more than any other of these Tristam tracks, where the music video, I think, it can't really be separated from the song as much as some of the other ones do. Oftentimes they're complementary to each other. They're just like, they tell a story this way or another. I think you can't really separate the song and video too much from this track and music video. And so I think a lot more emphasis is going into the storytelling here and not the kind of grander production narrative that he went for in something like Ruthless or Children in the Dark, where it kind of had a big ups and flows, and it was more of a pulled back, more raw emotional story that he was telling sonically, and then displayed it visually beautifully. And I can see here directed by Derek Branscombe or something like that, Branscombe, because it might be French. There's an E at the end. That was awful. I probably butchered that. But yeah, so I think I wouldn't say, maybe I would say he probably sacrificed a little bit of the song in terms of its overall what it was trying to do, just to kind of convey the narrative that he wanted to with this track, and keep it down lower and raw. And that is totally okay, because if this was maybe a little different, it would have hit really, really hard for me, but it didn't quite hit as well as I wanted it to. And I know for a fact there are some of you that this is going to be your number one favorite song, and you're disagreeing with everything I've said right now, and you're going to be like, this is the best song by far, it's so raw, so emotional, I cried listening to it. That's just not me, and that's okay. That's a difference in opinions. But that is going to wrap the reaction. And so with that, I'd like to know what your opinions are. This is the 5th single. This is it. So where do you rank them in terms of the 5 singles? If this is even an album or EP, we're not sure what exactly. For me, Ruthless, Children in the Dark, Violence, Burn, and Over the Edge. And also, one thing before I go, if you're still watching, thank you so much for engaging with with this content that I'm producing, these Tristam reactions. Some of you are saying that this is part of your sort of routine, or I think routine's the right word when it comes to these new songs. It's just a part of what you do when a new Tristam release comes out, and I'm so honored to be a part of that. And so thank you for letting me into your little musical journey. And I will definitely be doing a reaction to all of the songs when the album comes out, if it is, or an EP or whatever. I will be reacting to everything else that Tristam ever puts out, because you guys love it, and I love doing it too. So I've been Bowtied Media, and I will see you guys in another video.